Our Kids Escaping Drugs Televent begins right now on Channel 2. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mary Alice Demler.
And I'm Scott Levin. And Mary Alice, I hear the phone's ringing already.
That's how we like to start.
We love that. We are here at the Kids Escaping Drugs campus here in West Seneca tonight. You know, Channel 2 is once again extremely proud to be able to team up with Kids Escaping Drugs to raise money for resources, of course, all the great outreach services and all the great outreach programs that they do in our local schools and in our local Western New York area.
And we are going to spend our time together highlighting some of really the life-saving programs that they have here on the campus, and also share how you can get involved and also how you can make a difference. And the best way to start is by paying attention to that number on your screen. It's area code 716-822-2220, and it's for a very important reason. We'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to share with you some of the beautiful people, the volunteers who are here. This is a live look. They're standing by to take your donations, and I can tell because my hearing is working well today that they are already busy on the phones. You can also donate by going to our website, ked.org.
And we don't want to forget these programs here. They help kids as young as 12 years old, and it keeps getting younger and younger and younger. And despite if you don't have any problems in your families with any addiction, there are probably a lot of families that you do know, someone on your block, someone at your school that does have an addiction problem.
Yeah, and sadly in our community, the problem over the past 30-plus years that we've been involved with Kids Escaping Drugs is not getting better. It's gotten worse, and the drugs have gotten more powerful and more addictive, and the problem just gotten a lot more insidious. So we know that you want to do what you can to help. We know we have a lot of alums watching. Now, we want you to donate, but we also have some great incentives to share with you.
Every year we have they get better and better every single year.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about them. First of all, the first 40 people who call and make a $50 donation will get a $25 gift card from Chefs. And there's also some great sports memorabilia like there is every year. The first 12 people to make a $100 donation will get a Buffalo Bills mini helmet.
Now, this one is for all the hockey fans and the Sabres fans. The first person to make a $300 donation will get an autographed Zach Benson hockey stick. You're looking at it now. And there's also an autographed Dawson Knox jersey for the first person who donates $750. Hopefully Dawson has a good year this year.
Let's hope. Well, more sports gear. A $500 donation will receive an autographed James Cook jersey. What does he play? What's his position?
He's a running back.
He's a running back.
Yeah.
I knew that. There's also an autographed Greg Rousseau jersey for the first person who makes a $500 donation.
And more Bills gear tonight. The first person to make a $750 donation will get an autographed Dawson Knox helmet. So we have the jersey, we also have the helmet, so you can be everything Dawson Knox. And here's a big ticket item, the biggest of them all, a framed Josh Allen jersey. It's yours with a donation of $1,000.
I have great news.
I know.
It's gone.
I know. A lot
already.
of this is going to be gone. The operators will tell you that.
We
that's
love
for
it.
sure.
Well, we have something from the second most popular person in Western New York. I'm talking about Taylor Swift. All right, this one is for the Swifties. You can receive an autographed Taylor Swift guitar. Now, the starting bid is kind of high. It's $1,500. So if you just want to buy it outright and not take your chances, a $5,000 donation will do that. But you have to call the KED helpline to make that donation. And of course, we're going to verify it before the end of the show. The number is area code 716-827-9462. That's the number to call in order to buy the guitar for $5,000 right now.
I hear Taylor Swift is a pretty popular singer right here.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Which one?
Now, all the work that happens here at Kids Escaping Drugs would not be possible without the support of some very valuable community members.
And that includes KED Board Vice President Maddie Burke. Channel 2's Lauren Hall has the story.
I'm really shocked at how many people don't know where Kids Escaping Drugs is or have never heard of it. But once we get you into this campus and show you what we do, you're hooked.
For Maddie Burke, that moment happened back in 1992.
We used to come every Sunday and Wednesday. They had AA meetings. So we would come and help kids. I've been in sobriety for 32 years.
Over time, Maddie's involvement in the mission has grown, and he's currently the vice president of KED's board of directors. He recently won the Aaron Salter Award from the Buffalo PBA for his years of service.
I was told that, many years ago with my sponsor, he's like, you got to give it away to keep it. And there's the prayer of St. Francis, given that we receive. So I try to give back as much as I can to our community.
Maddie and his wife Judy run an annual food drive at St. Anthony's Parish in Farnham to benefit Operation Good Neighbor. Every June, they put on Saturday in the Park in Cazenovia Park in South Buffalo, which has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for kids escaping drugs.
We kick it off with a South Buffalo Beatles tribute band, then we go to Hit List, and then we go to Hit and Run. Then we have a wonderful fireworks display, and it's free. Everything is free. We do, when you walk in, have a barrel that says your change could change lives. If you'd like to donate, you can. You don't have to.
So what keeps Maddie going? He says if they can change the life of just one kid, it's all worth it.
Somebody was there for me. And if we just told every kid and young adult that, you know what, find help on your own. There's not enough treatment beds in Western New York, period. Everybody will say, well, we don't think they're sick enough. We don't think they need help yet. Try outpatient. When a kid comes in and they might have that moment of clarity, that's when we need to get them. We need to get them while they have that moment of clarity, because we tell somebody to go back on the street, they might never come back. And that's why I fight every day.
On your side, Lauren Hall, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Lauren, and we absolutely love Maddie on this campus. Obviously, he lives the mission, right? Well, everybody, I want to introduce you to the Executive Director of Kids Escaping Drugs. Jody Altman joins me now. Jody, first of all, tell everybody what the mission is of Kids Escaping Drugs.
So our mission is to educate, empower the community, kids, families, to do early interventions, because our goal is to eradicate adolescent substance use.
So we see KED in a lot of different places in the community. Give us an idea of where people may have or should see us.
Well, they should, and they probably have. We're in hundreds of schools in Western New York and beyond. We do a lot of educating, we do a lot of teaching, we do early interventions. We reach thousands and thousands of kids every year, and oh, by the way, all of our services are free of charge.
Bonus. There we go. And I know it's because we have so many great donors. What else do you want people to know about KED and what happens here on this campus and what continues to happen through the years?
So what happens with a very small amount of people is we do a lot of work in the community. We have a young kids program that starts at kindergarten, where we teach kids skills, resiliency skills, which you're going to hear about, and we go all the way up into the workplaces. So we are everywhere doing everything, again, free of charge. Call us and we will get into your workplace, we will get into your school, and it's free.
There's that misconception that we're teaching kids about drugs. And so, but really, a lot of what you do is alerting parents on the prevention end of things or what they need to be on the lookout for. Talk to me about that.
Correct. We don't have to teach kids about drugs. They can teach us about drugs. We're teaching parents about behaviors, about what to look for, about signs and symptoms, so that they can step in, not to yell at their kid, but to help them before it becomes too late. And we all know of too many chances that kids get and too many opportunities out there for people to end up dead.
Absolutely. Well, I know all the lives that you have saved on this campus and personally through your work from the treatment side of things, so we're grateful for you. Thank you so much. We know that, again, you're grateful to all the great donors, and Scott Levin is here to introduce us to some kids from Clarence who are on that list. Scott?
That's right. It is my hometown of Clarence, and Jacqueline Fleming is joining us now with the National Honor Society, something I never knew about the National Honor Society. But you have some impressive young people here. Why don't you guys introduce yourself first?
Katie Capalucci.
Hi, Katie.
I'm Nora Swinsicki.
Okay.
Louis Mancuso.
Eleni Deck.
There you go, Jacqueline. Now, these obviously are some smart kids here, too. You guys have a nice check for KED. Why don't you show us how much money it is? Okay, $4,783. That is unbelievable. From the Honor Society, what did you guys do to raise this money? That's a lot of money.
We had a walk at our school, and we invited the community, and we invited the National Honor Society. They came out, and we had a great time.
Now, why did you choose Kids Escaping Drugs to give this kind of money to?
We've had a relationship with KED for many, many years, even before I was the advisor of NHS. So we've continued that relationship, and we love to give back to them, and they give back to us.
Now, these kids, every day when they go to school, it's all around them, isn't it?
It is. We were talking about that earlier. It is a choice, but it's out there, it's available, and we're just trying to make kids aware that there's a lot of choices they can make.
And there are programs out there right here in West Seneca.
Right. They are just an amazing resource to have in our backyard, and we want to support them any way we can.
Well, we're so thankful. That is a lot of money you guys raised, $4,783. Thanks for doing that. We really appreciate it, and all the people who donated as well. So thank you very much. All right, and you can also help KED. You can donate right now. We do have some great incentives. We mentioned them all to you just a few moments ago. We're going to toss it now back over to Mary Alice. Hello, Mary Alice.
All right, thank you so much, Scott. What great work by those kids. It's inspiring, isn't it? Well, we want to inspire you to pick up the phone and make a donation or go online to KED.org. Let me tell you about the incentives that we've got tonight, and I'm going to go through them quick, so here we go. The first 40 people who make a $50 donation will get a $25 Chef's gift card. There's also some great sports memorabilia. The first 12 people to make a $100 donation will get a Buffalo Bills mini helmet. Now, this one is for the Sabres fans. The first person to make a $300 donation will get an autographed Zach Benson hockey stick. There is also an autographed Dawson Knox jersey for the first person who donates $750. And more sports gear. The first person to make a $500 donation will receive an autographed James Cook jersey. There is also an autographed Greg Rousseau jersey for the first person who makes a $500 donation. More Bills gear. The first person to make a $750 donation will get an autographed Dawson Knox helmet if he's not fixing someone's furnace, because I think that's his side hustle. Just kidding. And our big ticket item, I'm happy to tell you, is gone. We had a Josh Allen jersey that went for $1,000, but thank you for whoever bought that. And another big ticket item, this one's still available for Taylor Swift fans. Get in on this. You can receive an autographed Taylor Swift guitar. The starting bid is $1,500, or you can buy it outright. If you want it right now, got to have it. $5,000 is the automatic purchase price, but you have to call the KED hotline, the helpline rather, 716-827-9462 if you want to buy the guitar outright. There we go. Alrighty, Scott, introduce us to some of the great volunteers who are here tonight to help.
You got it. We have a bunch of people from Wegmans behind me. Every single one of them is on the phone taking donations right now, so we want to give them a hand. They're donating their time tonight. They're from Lawson Road, Wegmans, right? I've been there many, many times. So thank you to all the volunteers who are back there taking all of those phone calls. Also, Lori Riso and Michelle Mahaffey with Wegmans are joining us now. You guys also are a big partner with KED. You have a big check. Why don't you show us how much money this check is for first? Here we go, the reveal. $5,000. That is a lot of money, Michelle. How did you guys raise this money?
Well, this is Kids Escaping Drugs it's in our own back. Organization has been here for decades, doing great work, educating people about the dangers in youth and in trying to live a life of prevention, and so it's one of those things where we easily support an organization like this that's doing great work and continues to do that.
And you're a parent as well, so as well as I am. You know how difficult it is out there, the challenges that our youth are facing today. Some of them are taking things that are innocent things, and they find out that they're laced with certain things.
Right, right. And there are so many things out there for kids. Even just, when you think about just social media in general, and then add onto it all of the other dangers that are out there. And having a programs like this that can educate children and have them know the dangers that are out there, it only benefits everyone.
That's right, and Wegmans is always a partner here too. We love that. Thank you so much.
Happy to be here.
Thank you so much. $5,000 from our good friends at Wegmans. Thank you once again. And right now we are going to toss it back over to Mary Alice. Hey, Mary Alice.
Alrighty, thank you, Scott. Grand Island Central Schools, they are really tackling the issue of drug addiction and substance abuse head on. As Two on Your Side's Kelly Dudzik tells us, an incident back in October led to a community forum for families to ask questions and to get connected to resources.
Last fall, some staff members at Grand Island Senior High School were investigating a bag someone left behind when they got sick.
There was residue on the paraphernalia. That residue triggered a medical situation for 2 or 3 of our adults in the school, and that was pretty alarming.
That led Superintendent Brian Graham to organize a press conference with other school leaders and drug prevention and treatment organizations where they talked about their concerns.
We all came together with the same message, trying to educate our community of what dangers are happening in our communities when it relates to a black market vendor trying to sell cannabis to kids.
They followed up with a community forum where people had the option to join online. The district got an anonymous tip that night that led to the Erie County Sheriff's Office seizing cannabis from illegal dispensaries.
The reality is, the black market vendors are really trying to create a marketplace of addicted children, and they're succeeding. And that's scary for parents.
Superintendent Graham says for many students, drug use starts with vaping.
When vaping started, it was to help combat nicotine addiction, right? Or cigarette addiction, I should say, right? Now you get vapes that are laced with THC.
He believes that more than likely half of the district's high schoolers have experimented with or currently use vapes.
So it is an epidemic. It is serious. It exactly has replaced cigarettes, and it may be even more of an issue than it was with teenagers experimenting with cigarettes.
And that's where Jessica Hutchings, a social worker and the district's Family Support Services program coordinator, comes in. She's also a former face-to-face interventionist at Kids Escaping Drugs.
I think having that background and having interacted with families so much at Kids Escaping Drugs and running that early intervention program, I have an ability to make families feel comfortable talking about a topic that very oftentimes families are not comfortable talking about.
She says that opens the door for families to get the help they need.
The earlier we intervene with anyone who's using substances, the better. I think the more we reduce the stigma around substance use and addiction, the better. So having the resources that Kids Escaping Drugs has, like the early intervention program and now their Back to Basics program, it's just instrumental to families, because we can start educating kids about being resilient and standing up against the temptations to use drugs and alcohol without ever even mentioning the words drugs or alcohol to them.
Hutchings says she hopes we can reach a point where the stigma goes away so more people feel comfortable talking about it.
The worst thing a parent could ever do is think it couldn't happen to their child. And I think also parents need to not let the stigma paralyze them. Too often, the stigma prevents people from reaching out for the help that is available, and that's devastating.
On Your Side in Grand Island, Kelly Dudzik, Channel 2 News.
Kelly, thank you. We are back out live now at the KED campus, and I'm joined by Ashley Gedra. She is the face-to-face coordinator here on campus, the woman with all the answers. Ashley, a lot of kids are just getting out of school now, may have extra time on their hands. We want to give parents a little bit of help here. What warning signs should they be on the lookout for when it comes to substance abuse?
So very often in the early stages of substance use, we see those people, places, and things change. The friends that they were hanging out with changes, the places that they were going and the things that they were doing change pretty dramatically, pretty rapidly. Maybe they were into sports or music and they've completely disengaged, or they're doing stuff that is out of the ordinary, lying, sneaking, stealing, that kind of stuff. But ultimately it boils down to parent intuition. If these things are kind of all coming together for you and you feel like something's wrong in your gut, it's trust your gut kind of deal.
Well, give us some hard advice here. If parents do have that, funny feeling in their belly that something's up, what should they do?
So we offer an early intervention program that is free of charge, and it's really kind of a real talk. We educate them, we let them know everything that's out there, the insidious things that are kind of going on behind the scenes that a lot of people and even adults aren't aware of, and we kind of just really lay it all out there for them so that we can kind of gauge where they're at, and then offer solutions and resources as a means of kind of negating that substance use.
And why is it so important to intervene early? I know a lot of parents either want to err on the side of caution or they don't want to make that accusation, but why should they get involved?
There's some pretty rough stuff out there right now, and a lot of people are not educated about it, and being educated is how we protect ourselves and the people around us. And so, all it takes is one time with the stuff that's out there right now, and making sure that kids not only know that, but are actively engaged in preventing that for themselves and the people around them.
Absolutely. Ashley Gedra, she runs the face-to-face program, a great resource. You can call and talk to her for free. That's a great community resource. We also have a great community resource in a local organization helping us out. Scott's going to tell us more about them. Scott?
Yeah, Mary Alice, great information in that interview. And of course, the number to call to donate is 822-2220. There's 6 Wegmans operators behind me. 5 of them were busy. There was 1 line open, so hopefully you can pick up the phone and make a donation. Right now, I have the Kensington Lions Club with me. It is Paul, Gary, and Chris. They're like my bodyguards here. Amen. Thanks for being here, guys. We appreciate it. So first of all, tell us what the Kensington Lions Group is.
Oh, we're just a public civic organization. Our motto in our organization is "We serve," and that's kind of what we're at. We're just in this area trying to help out. We can help out.
That's great. Now, I can see the check here. Why don't you show everybody, Paul? $10,000. That is a lot of money from the Kensington Lions Club. Now, how did you guys raise that money?
We were really fortunate. Paul's father actually started. There has always been an all-star game in Buffalo all through the 40s, and during the war it kind of fell apart, and in '74 Paul's dad tried to get things together with the people at Buffalo, the University of Buffalo alumni. It didn't work out, but Gene Zinni and my father, Harry Chambers, they figured they were coaches here locally and such. They said, well, why don't we give it a shot? Right. And they went to Milt Dickerson, who is the banker. He's a long-term member of our club as well, and said, geez, Milt, if it doesn't work out, can we get a loan? But we had our first game at Rotary Field over at UB, and we really haven't looked back since.
And you got a lot of members on.
Oh, very good. Yes, thank you.
That's great. Chris,
we could always use some more.
I didn't mean to have you on my back there, but thank you to all 3 of you and to all of the members of the Kensington Lions.
Yeah, we're going to have everybody come out July 24th. We're going to have the game at Williamsville South.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Tell everybody we said thank you. Mary Alice, back to you.
All righty. Thank you, Scott. I am joined right now by Michaela Martin. She is a face-to-face program specialist. Now, just a minute ago, I talked to you about community education and early intervention, but Michaela's going to tell us about a program that KED provides called Back to Basics. In a few words, what is that?
So Back to Basics is a resiliency-based program for ages K through 5 that we do in school, after school. It's completely free, and it's meant to focus on building resiliency skills in youth.
So I want you to tell me what exactly are resiliency skills that you need to build.
So some examples of resiliency skills would be positive self-esteem, understanding emotions, how to deal with your emotions in a positive way, communication, teamwork. We also focus on identifying safe adults, who is good to go to in stressful situations, making sure that they are knowing who the good adults in their life are to go to.
So what age again do you start talking to them about this?
Kindergarten through 5th grade.
Some people may be surprised and might think that that's young. Why are those age groups appropriate?
It's important because everybody is faced with difficulties in their life, and even at young ages. So having those skills and knowing how to hone in on those skills when you're younger is so much easier for them to be able to build on them as they get into teenage and their adulthood too.
Sort of like having a toolkit that they can rely on.
Exactly, and they can go back to it whenever they need it.
Love it. Michaela Martin, thank you so much. All righty, Scott, we know we've got incentives for folks to call in and make a donation. What do you have?
We do, Mary Alice. Again, the number to call is 822-2220. Let's take a look now at some of these incentives. Some of them may be gone, but you can still give a ring to us. The first 40 people who call and make a $50 donation will get a $25 chef's gift card. Always good to get some chicken parm there, spaghetti parm. There's also some great sports memorabilia. The first 12 people to make a $100 donation will get a Buffalo Bills mini helmet. This one is for all the Sabres fans out there. The first person to make a $300 donation will get an autographed Zach Benson hockey stick. There's also an autographed Dawson Knox jersey for the first person who donates $750. And more sports gear to report. The first person to make a $500 donation will receive an autographed James Cook jersey. Also, we have an autographed Greg Rousseau jersey for the first person who makes a $500 donation. And more Bills gear. The first person to make a $750 donation will get an autographed Dawson Knox helmet this time. And here is the big ticket item. I believe it may be gone, but you can find out. A framed Josh Allen jersey is yours with a donation of $1,000. Another big ticket item. This one's for all you Swiftie fans out there. You can receive this autographed Taylor Swift guitar. The starting bid is $1,500, or you can buy it right now for $5,000. Pretty impressive looking guitar. The help line at 716-827-9462 if you want to buy it right now. So there you go. A lot of stuff.
Absolutely. Let me introduce you to our big kahuna. This is Mark Manders, our president and general manager of WGRZ-TV Channel 2. And I know, Mark, you're here because you have a big check from our corporate Tegna. Tell us about it.
I do. This is a check from the Tegna Foundation on behalf of WGRZ Television. We'd like to donate $5,000,
wow.
if you will.
Wow.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Tegna.
Very proud to be able to do that. That's enough for the Taylor Swift guitar, but we're not going to go for that at all, even though I'd love to have that. But we're proud. Over 30 years experience here with Kids Escaping Drugs. It's an absolutely outstanding organization. And the more I hear what people are talking about, that it's getting worse out there, the more it's incredibly important for us to help out an organization such as this. We could not be more proud of being able to donate this amount of money. Yeah.
It really is true. I mean, we have to be careful sometimes about where we choose to put our resources and time, and I think history has shown that it has been a great investment for us to help our community by partnering with Kids Escaping Drugs.
Absolutely. Our missions are co-mingled. In fact, we're in their logo, as many people can tell. And it's been over 30 years, as I said before, and our job is to advocate for organizations such as this. It's not just our job, it's our duty and our obligation.
Civic duty.
It's our civic duty.
That's right. And you have children as well, so you know how difficult it is to raise children.
Absolutely.
And all of the challenges that they're dealing with on a daily basis.
Absolutely. I'm privileged to have children now in their 30s. I can't believe it. I know I'm only 14, but the fact of the matter is that we're very, very lucky. Not very many issues, but we talked to them early about those issues, and they've turned out to be great human beings. Very proud of them.
100%. Well, we thank you for leading us again through another great campaign. I know Jody Altman, the executive director of Kids Escaping Drugs.
You snuck in. Come on
we
in,
know
Jody.
You're grateful for this donation. It means a lot.
Extremely grateful for the partnership, the ongoing support, the mission, the logo, and everything that you all do for us. From the bottom of my heart and the bottom of KED's heart, we thank you very much.
You guys are doing great work here as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, folks, the time has really flown by. It's really been our pleasure to introduce you to the campus and the great services here. Again, you can call us or go to KED.org and find out how you can access them for free.
That's right. And number again is 822-2220. You'll be glad you made a donation. And for those of you who did, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all the donations. Until next time, for Mary Alice, I'm Scott.